Have you ever really taken the time to truly look at a coin, to really examine its details, its texture, its very essence? It's far more than just spare change jingling in your pocket. It's a tangible time capsule, a miniature portal to another era. Each coin is a miniature monument, carefully crafted and deliberately designed. It's carrying within it the stories of the people, the cultures, and the long-lost worlds that brought it into existence. These aren't just objects, they're silent witnesses to history. These tiny mirrors, though small in size, reflect the grand sweep of history, the intricacies of politics, and the deeply held beliefs of entire civilizations. The images emblazoned upon them, the stern faces of monarchs, the stoic visages of presidents, the powerful symbolism of national emblems, are far from random. They are carefully chosen to send potent messages about power, about the values a society holds dear, and about the enduring nature of memory itself. This tradition, this practice of embedding meaning into currency, stretches back thousands upon thousands of years, connecting us to the very roots of civilization. The ancient Greeks, with their innovative spirit and artistic flair, the Romans, masters of empire and engineering, and the Byzantines, inheritors of Roman glory and guardians of ancient knowledge, all understood implicitly the immense power that could be wielded through a simple coin. Coins in their daily circulation passed through virtually every hand imaginable, from the wealthiest merchant trading in silks and spices to the humblest farmer tilling the soil for sustenance. The coin provided a perfect portable canvas for conveying a message, spreading an idea, or solidifying a ruler's image. They tell compelling tales of shifting power dynamics, the rise and fall of changing gods, and the ever-present realities of economic life. A coin offers a direct and unmediated link to the specific time in which it was created and circulated, unfiltered and uncolored by the interpretations of later historians or the biases of subsequent chroniclers. Therefore, when we truly look, when we carefully examine an ancient coin, we establish a profound connection with a world that has been lost to time, a world that exists now only in fragments and echoes. We hold in our hands what a Roman legionary marching across vast distances might have used to purchase his daily bread, or what a Greek sailor embarking on a perilous voyage might have offered at a temple to appease the gods and ensure a safe return. These coins, though inanimate objects, speak volumes about human ambition, about unwavering faith, about cultural identity, and about the relentless currents of change that shape our world. They are, in essence, miniature portraits of entire civilizations, capturing their essence and preserving their memory. All of this, captured and compressed onto a canvas no bigger than the tip of your very own thumbnail. By learning to decipher their intricate symbols and recognize the faces of long-dead rulers, we begin to truly understand the people, the events, and the ideas that have shaped the world we inhabit today. Every single coin is a tangible piece of history, a fragment of the past made real. It's waiting patiently to be unearthed, to be examined, and to have its story revealed. So, the next time you find yourself holding one of these small, unassuming objects, take a moment. Remember, you're not just holding a piece of metal, you're holding a story, a legacy, a connection to the past. Coins are history, made solid, made tangible, made real. They are a legacy we can hold in our hands. In a museum's quiet halls behind glass lies a treasure coins. Not jewels, but thousands of coins, each a chapter in human history. This collection spans from the first coins in the 6th century BCE through the rise and fall of empires. Greek coins are like city flags celebrating local gods and heroes. Roman coins shift the focus. Art becomes propaganda, projecting imperial power. In the Byzantine era, coins become icons, linking the empire to the divine. The style grows more formal, reflecting a society looking to the afterlife. Through these coins we see societies born, transformed, and reimagined. They were used in markets, paid to soldiers, and offered in temples. Far from relics, they were at the heart of daily life. Each coin is a vibrant, tangible connection to the past. They are a treasury of whispers waiting to tell their stories. All you have to do is listen. The story of coinage, a pivotal moment in economic history, begins in Lydia. This ancient kingdom, nestled in what is now modern-day Turkey, was the birthplace of a revolutionary idea that would forever change how humans exchange value. We're transported back to modern-day Turkey, around 650 BCE. This was a time of burgeoning trade and increasing complexity in human interactions, setting the stage for a monetary revolution. Before coins, the primary method of trade was barter, a system that was often clumsy, inefficient, and ultimately unreliable. Imagine trying to exchange a cow for a collection of tools. The inherent difficulties are immediately apparent. The Lydians, with their ingenuity and foresight, sought a better way. They were determined to solve this age-old problem of inefficient exchange. Their solution involved shaping electrum, a naturally occurring gold-silver alloy, into standard lumps of consistent weight and purity. This provided a more standardized medium of exchange than random goods. But the real breakthrough? What truly set the Lydians apart and ushered in the age of coinage? It was the act of stamping these electrum lumps with an official mark, a symbol that served as a guarantee of the metal's weight and purity, thus guaranteeing its value. This was a monumental step. Within the bustling ancient workshops, skilled moneyers carefully heated the electrum blanks, preparing them for the transformative process that would turn them into currency. These heated blanks were then meticulously placed between precisely engraved dies, each die bearing the image or symbol that would authenticate the coin. With focused precision, the moneyer struck the upper die with a heavy hammer, transferring the design onto the electrum blank. In one swift, decisive blow, a coin was born, imprinted with the authority of the Lydian kingdom. Each coin now bore the unmistakable marks of authority, symbols that represented the power and trustworthiness of the Lydian state. This seemingly simple act revolutionized trade, streamlining transactions and fostering economic growth on an unprecedented scale. Suddenly, value was no longer solely dependent on the inherent worth of the metal itself, but was now guaranteed by the issuer, backed by the power and reputation of the state. The early designs found on these coins were relatively simple, reflecting the nascent stage of this monetary innovation. But these designs soon evolved, incorporating powerful symbols like the lion's head, a potent emblem of Lydian power and prestige. The process of striking coins was not merely a mechanical task, it was both a science, requiring precision and metallurgical knowledge, and an art, demanding skill in design and execution. It was a craft that required not only specialized skill but also considerable physical strength to repeatedly strike the dies with the necessary force. This innovative process, born in Lydia, irrevocably changed the world, setting in motion a chain of events that would reshape economies and societies across the globe. Coinage created a universal language of value, a standardized system that transcended cultural and linguistic barriers, facilitating trade and communication on an unprecedented scale. Coins fueled the growth of economies, providing a stable and reliable medium for transactions of all sizes. They provided the financial backbone that allowed empires to flourish, funding armies, infrastructure projects, and the expansion of trade networks. Beyond economics, coins facilitated cultural exchange and the spread of ideas, acting as miniature billboards that carried symbols and messages across vast distances. The simple act of striking a coin represented a profound turning point in human history, a pivotal moment that marked the beginning of modern monetary systems. It made value portable, easily transportable across distances, trustable, guaranteed by the authority of the issuer, and official, recognized and accepted as a legitimate form of payment. From the gold-rich riverbeds of Lydia, a new era began, an era defined by the power of coinage and its transformative impact on human civilization. The world, forever changed by this innovation, would never revert to the cumbersome inefficiencies of the barter system. Every coin in circulation today, from the smallest penny to the largest denomination, owes its existence to this groundbreaking ancient innovation, a testament to the enduring legacy of Lydia. For the Greeks, coins were declarations of identity, badges of civic pride. Each city-state or polis had its own coins, celebrating what made it unique. Kyzikos, a port city, stamped tunny fish on its coins, advertising its main export. Every merchant knew where that coin came from. Athens, the cradle of democracy, put Athena and her owl on its silver coins. The owl symbolized wisdom, the coin's quality made it trusted across the ancient world. For Athenians, it was a reminder of divine protection and cultural superiority. For foreigners, it was a symbol of Athenian power. Greek coins were public art, daily affirmations of a city's soul. They told the world who you were and what you valued. Each coin was a portrait of a community. In every transaction, the city's spirit lived on. The Romans turned coins into tools of power and propaganda. Emperors put their faces and messages on coins reaching every corner of the empire. It began with generals like Pompey and Caesar, boldly placing their portraits on money. Augustus perfected the art, presenting himself as a godlike ruler. Every detail sent a message: crowns for divinity, battle scenes for military might, symbols for Roman values. Coins announced new emperors, victories, and public works. They introduced heirs, shaping public perception. In a world without mass media, coins were the emperor's voice. They made imperial power tangible, everywhere, every day. The coin was Rome's most effective propaganda tool. Sometimes a single coin, seemingly insignificant in its size, tells a story as dramatic as any epic, a saga etched in metal, whispering tales of power, ambition, and the relentless march of history. Take the silver denarius of Sextus Pompey, a tangible piece of the past that offers a glimpse into a tumultuous era. Struck around 42 BCE, this coin isn't just currency. It's a carefully crafted statement, a declaration of intent from a man caught in the cross-currents of Roman politics. Sextus, son of Pompey the Great, a name that resonated with both admiration and fear throughout the Republic, became a rebel and pirate king, carving out his own dominion in the wake of his father's assassination. This was after his father's death, a pivotal moment that thrust him into a world of political intrigue and violent conflict. His coin is a manifesto, a carefully constructed piece of propaganda designed to rally support and legitimize his claim to power. On one side, we see his father's portrait, a powerful image invoking the memory of a celebrated general and statesman. This is coupled with symbols of Roman tradition and piety, reinforcing the idea that Sextus was fighting to uphold the values of the Republic. The message, clear and unambiguous. Sextus is the rightful heir, the legitimate successor to his father's legacy, and the one who will carry on his fight. He's avenging his father, seeking retribution for the injustice that was done, and promising to restore the Republic to its former glory. On the reverse, the imagery shifts, depicting mythic brothers rescuing their parents, an allusion to the story of Amphinomus and Anapius. They are carrying them from Mount Etna, a powerful symbol of filial piety and devotion in the face of overwhelming adversity. This is symbolizing duty and devotion, virtues that Sextus sought to embody and project to his followers. In essence, Sextus casts himself as the devoted son, not just saving his own family, but metaphorically saving Rome from the chaos and tyranny that threatened to engulf it. At the center of this scene stands Neptune, the Roman god of the sea, a clear indication of Sextus's claim to naval power, the source of his strength, and the key to his control over vital sea lanes. The coin combines these elements: family loyalty, a cornerstone of Roman society, Roman values, the bedrock of their civilization, and a threat to Rome's grain supply, a potent weapon in his struggle against the established powers. It's personal branding, a way for Sextus to define himself in the eyes of the Roman people, and political propaganda, a tool to shape public opinion and advance his own ambitions. All of this is captured in silver, a precious metal that lent weight and authority to his message. Every symbol is carefully chosen, deliberately placed for maximum impact, ensuring that his message resonated with the intended audience. This coin tells who Sextus was, or at least who he wanted people to believe he was, what he fought for, the principles and ideals that he claimed to uphold, and how he wanted to be seen by history, a lasting testament to his ambition and his struggle for power. It's a masterpiece of storytelling, a concise and compelling narrative, all contained on a small piece of metal. In one glance you see a world of ambition, the relentless pursuit of power, legacy, the desire to leave a lasting mark on history, and power itself, the ultimate goal of so many in the Roman world. That's the power of a coin, to encapsulate an entire era within its small metallic form. As Rome became Christian, its coins changed too. Pagan gods vanished, Christian symbols appeared, first subtly, then boldly. The Chi-Rho, crosses, and eventually Christ himself replaced old imagery. Emperors were now shown as sacred, chosen by God, holding Christian regalia. Coins became icons, objects of devotion, not just currency. Inscriptions shifted from Latin to Greek with titles like Servant of Christ. Dynastic images emphasized stability and divine blessing. The coin's message: the emperor rules by God's will and the empire endures. From Roman propaganda to Byzantine sanctity, coins charted a new worldview. Money became a bridge between earth and heaven. The world has changed, but coins endure. Today's coins are direct descendants of those first Lydian lumps. They still carry symbols, portraits, monuments, animals, telling us who we are. Lincoln on the penny, monarchs on the pound. The euro's dual identity, all tell stories. Special editions commemorate events, places, and people. Coins are miniature history lessons, reminders of our shared past. They're state messages, just as in ancient Rome. Next time you hold a coin, see it as a portrait of your time. It's a link to the ancient world, a piece of history in your hand. Coins are not just money, they are art, identity, and memory, struck